Hello and welcome to Midnight Wolf Tarot. I'm Elizabeth. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Today we're going to do the sign of Virgo. It's your time to shine, guys. Let's see what is out there for love for all of you. Alright, let's give it a go. We're going to start with some oracle cards for you guys, just to give a good general message and see what we're working with, alright? Universe, please bring forth the messages that Virgo needs at this time for December 2020 for love and relationships. For Virgo, for love and relationships. What messages do you have for them at this time for love and relationships? Virgo, for December 2020. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Alright, we ready to get one? We got two. Let's see if you get one more. It's always nice when you have three. And there's your third one. Alright. Let's see. Oh, wow. Ooh, so good. So good, Virgo. Alright, you have Metamorphosis, alright? So a lot of you at this time are in a major form of transformation, alright? And so for some of you Virgos that I feel right now that are in friendships that are getting ready to advance into a higher relationship. So exciting. That's just amazing. And so you're also making a transformation with yourself. You know, this individual that you're with, they've helped you kind of transform into the new state of which you should be. And so that's amazing. It's amazing, okay? And the next card you got is commitment. So there's another form of Virgos out there that I'm connecting with, that their relationships are getting ready to go to the higher level, alright? So we're talking engagement, potential marriage, alright? There's a higher form of commitment, and that's just beautiful. It's really exciting. So there's some Virgos that are in friendships that are getting ready to commit into a relationship. There's some Virgos that are getting ready to get engaged, and there's some that they're finally going to get married. This is so exciting. Alright, and the last one you have here is education, okay? So some Virgos here, I feel like, it's not so much, you know, again, with education, with school. There's just a lot of things that within these relationships that you've learned from the individuals that you're with. You learned more about yourself and have made this huge metamorphosis change. You've made these big changes, and I feel like a little bit too that some of you might have changed some things about yourself in order to remain in these relationships, but those changes were the right changes that you should have made. And with that, you're advancing into higher commitments. It's just beautiful, okay? So let's see a couple other decks here, right? Not trying to take off. I didn't want to say anything. Virgo, December 2020. Universe, what additional messages do you have for Virgo for love, December 2020? Getting ready to close out. It's almost at the end of the year, guys. Christmas is just around the corner. Universe, what messages do you have for Virgo, December 2020 for love? Especially with this commitment, this higher commitments. There's one. Let's see if we get two more. There's two, and there's three. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Alright. Wow. Yeah, see, with this metamorphosis, it's brought you to a huge sense of power. Okay? Some of you, I feel like that you were dealing with some self-image issues, and with being with this individual, you were able to see the true power of yourself. You were able to see all the things that this individual had been telling you, the beauty within you, everything that they were trying to show you that you already knew but deep down, you kept looking down at yourself. But now you see your own power. Now you're making this huge change. Alright, and we also have purity here with commitment. So these are true commitments. You guys are really are coming to a higher state. This is so beautiful. I mean, I'm so excited for the Virgos that are connecting with this. This is probably the best reading so far that I've had. Because it's all good news. It's all good news, you know? And then with education here, you know, and with this card, you know, definitely it's more of the things that you've learned from this individual that has made you want to change and to advance into these relationships. So that is just fantastic. Let's get a couple of angel cards here. Universe, what messages do you have for Virgos regarding love, December 2020? What messages do you have for Virgo for December 2020 regarding love? What messages do you have for Virgo 2020 regarding love? It's so good. What guidance do you have from the angels? There's one. Let's see if we can get two more here. So that's always nice. There's another one and just one more. There's one I was trying to flip out, so we'll see if this one does. Oh, and there it goes. Wow, there's a lot of you that have found just some great strength here, okay? So you have Goddess of Strength, alright? Stand up for what you believe. You will gain respect by holding your ground, okay? So continue to do that, you know, for the Virgos that have found their power, that have made this huge metamorphosis change, you know, keep holding your ground. You know, this is the way that you're meant to be, and that true change that you've made, move forward with it, okay? And you also have Angel of Clearing. Your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. So I feel like with some of you Virgos, in terms of commitment, the ones that were dealing with friendship, you weren't sure if this was going to advance to a higher level. You weren't sure, but it will, and all of it is clearing out, and so you're not going to be so confused about it, you know, that the people that you're partnering with are going to come forward and say, hey, no, I'm ready to make this into a full commitment with you guys, and we'll see who that is with our tarot, okay? And you also have Angel of Guidance. A renewed sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. So, you know, for some of you guys, you know, if you didn't feel like you were on the right path, if these relationships were going to move forward in the way that they were supposed to, this time's gonna pass for you guys, and you're gonna be able to see clearly that you all made the right decisions. So let's see who you're connecting with. Let's see. I'm excited for you, Virgo. All you Virgos, this is great. Universe, who is Virgo connecting with December 2020 in regards to love? And as I look at the time right now, it's even 10:10, so that's awesome. Virgo, December 2020 for love. Who are Virgos connecting with this beautiful commitment? Love, December 2020 for Virgos. Universe, what messages do you have for Virgo for December 2020 for love? So let's see. Who are we connecting with? Who is Virgo connecting with in relationship? Alright. Let's see what we have here. Oh, wow. Okay. So some of you are connecting with earth signs. I feel like the main one that some of you Virgos are working with is Capricorn. And this particular Capricorn, yeah, so we're dealing with a lot of earth so far. yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do a full spread so I can see the full picture here, okay, guys? Virgo, December 2020 for love in connection with this earth sign. So a lot of them popped out. Oh, wow. What else for Virgo? December 2020 for love in regards to the situation. Alright, some of you are also dealing with the fire sign as well. Virgo, December 2020 in regards to love. Gemini's on the board here, but I don't feel like you're really connecting with a Gemini. Alright, and 2 more here. Alright. So kind of full picture here. Okay, so some of you, like I said, are dealing with earth signs, okay? So we're dealing with, you know, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, okay? And I feel like with this one, it's a little bit of your energy, with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. At first, you weren't too sure if this relationships were going to go in the direction in which you would hope that they were, but they are. They're moving forward, you know, and what you hope that they would be, okay? Because here we have the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So with all the hard work that you are willing to put forth in this relationship, I do feel a heavy connection with Capricorn, with this, but by willing to give this Capricorn the opportunity to work on themselves in the way that they needed to, and giving them the space and having that patience, it's what's moving this relationship into a higher commitment, okay? And this is a little bit of you as well, Virgo, that you're willing to stand your ground, okay? You're willing to say, hey, well, this, in order to move this commitment to the next level, these are the things that I actually need, okay? So you're setting up boundaries, okay? You were setting firm boundaries in what you wanted in a relationship, and this Capricorn was willing to do it. You know, you flipped the Capricorn right over on its head, you know, allowed them to heal. Okay, you're changing this Capricorn's life. You know, and again with the Eight of Pentacles, it's not like it came easy. Alright, this was a lot of effort, a lot of work, a lot of patience that you had to have with this Capricorn to allow them to change and give them the time, and you didn't expect it on a drop of a hat. You realized it was going to take some time, but for you, it was worth it. And when you set up those boundaries and saying, hey, you know, I need you to stop doing these few things because it doesn't work for me, they were willing to put forth the effort to make that change, okay? And here we have the Lovers, okay? So there's true love here. You know, it was worth putting up the effort, having the patience, giving this Capricorn the time that they needed to work with, okay? And again, this represents Gemini, but I don't feel like this is so much connecting with Gemini, alright? But here's where we have a little bit of a change, okay? Because we also have the Ace of Wands, okay? And it's in the reverse position. Okay, and so this is dealing with fire signs, okay? So this is a little bit for the Virgos that are connecting with fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I feel like this has a little bit more to do with an Aries, alright? But the passion and the love that you thought that you had for this Aries kind of got put on hold for a minute because you're waiting to see what this Aries is truly going to do. And this is also in connection with Capricorn, for the Virgos that are dealing with Capricorn, okay? So we have some Virgos dealing with Aries, we have some Virgos dealing with Capricorn, okay? So there are two stories here. There's two situations going on, all right? So for the Virgos dealing with the Capricorn, you're still in a holding position, trying to give them time to work on themselves, okay? You know, the fiery passion that you had originally, like charging out of the gate, you backed up just a little bit just to see what the Capricorn was going to do. And Virgo with the same with Aries, that you kind of, you're watching them to see if they're going to make the changes, that a few changes that they need to make as well, so you can move forward in your commitments, okay? And here with the Two of Wands, that's where a lot of this waiting is on both sides, okay? So for people dealing with Aries, you're waiting. You're waiting to see what they're going to do, if they're willing to support the boundaries that you put up, or if they're going to turn around and walk away. I feel like at this time, Aries is going to work on what they need to do, because it is worth it. They're going to see that you're worth it, and these commitments are meant to move higher. For the Virgos that are dealing with Capricorn, again, the waiting, the patience that you've had for Capricorn, it's gonna be worth it. You know, they're going to do what they need to do, okay? And with the Hermit here, Virgo, you guys are right here on the board. This is literally you guys standing here waiting, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna have the patience, I'm gonna give this time to see what you do. I'm willing to wait because I see the effort that you're willing to put forth. I'm willing to give this some time here, okay? But here with the Nine of Cups, you know, and this is dealing with water signs, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I don't feel like the water is really here. So this is more with Aries and Capricorn. I feel more heavy towards. But you've noticed with Capricorn at times that they can be immature. You know, if you don't do exactly what they would like, they kind of bout back really quick. And so that's what has put you in a waiting hold. For the Virgos that are dealing with Aries, similar situation. You know, Aries, you know, sometimes they have a little bit of a chance of being immature at times. Um, but, you know, not as bad as Capricorn, okay? Like, Aries is a little bit, you know, they can stomp their feet a little bit. Just because they are a fire sign, you know, they feel like things should be done quickly and on their terms. And same with Capricorn, they feel like things should be done on the, you know, on the same level. But these individuals are doing it in more of an immature way, and so that's what's making everybody kind of sit and wait, alright? And here you have the Five of Wands, alright? So with this Aries, there has been at times some arguments, some issues. But again, Virgo, you were willing to put in the work. You were willing to put in the work to see what Aries would do. You know, if they're willing to respect your boundary, or, you know, if they need to move forward on their own, you know. But Aries isn't giving you much information right now. With the messages that should be coming forth, they're not giving you the actual answer. If they're willing to make these changes to match your boundaries. And, you know, expectations, you know, people talk about expectations, but I see them more as a firm boundary. And that's important with relationships. You know, when you set that boundary, it's set, you know. And if it isn't gonna work, and if it isn't gonna work with this Aries, you know, they need to be honest about that and said, hey, you know, I can change only this much, but I might not be able to meet every expectation and boundary that you have for me, and so this might make me pull back a little bit, you know. And so my stomach twisted a little bit, and so I feel like that is what this Aries is doing right now. They're kind of pulling back just a little bit because they're not 100% sure that they can meet your expectations, okay? It's, you know, making them wait now, you know, and it's kind of putting a hold on them, you know, because they're not sure if they can meet, you know, for the Virgos that are dealing with Aries, they're not 100% 100% sure that they can meet your boundaries, okay? That they can meet that expectation, okay? And so, again, you know, with the Three of Wands, you know, now you're waiting. You're still waiting to see what they're going to do. And for the for the Virgos that are dealing with Capricorn, you know, you're moving to a point where, you know, you're willing to see the work that they're putting in to the situations. And so, you know, you are willing to wait, to where with Aries, some Virgos might move away from them, okay? But there are, you know, high energy here with the High Priestess, and I feel this is really heavy with Capricorn, okay? So the Capricorns that are trying to heal themselves, for the Virgos that are with Capricorns, they are truly working on themselves and you, but giving them that space, that willingness to have the patience to let them work on themselves is great. You know, because that's not an easy thing to do, but you were willing to see that it was worth the effort. It completely was. And here we have death. And again, I tell people, don't let this freak you out. This is just a card of, you know, letting things end so new things can be anew. So if the Capricorns made mistakes, if Aries has made mistakes, allow them that peace to make this change and see the new version of them. See the things that they have corrected about themselves, so all of you can move to a higher commitment, because all of you are. Like I said, there's some Virgos that are in friendships that they're going to move into relationships, you know, and that could be with the Aries. I feel that very heavy. I feel like the Virgos that are dealing with Capricorn, those commitments are going to move to engagement and into marriage, you know, so it's moving up, okay? So let these things renew, okay? And for the Aries, we have the Four of Wands here, okay, in the reverse position, okay? Not particularly what we would like to see, alright, with commitment and higher advances, but especially since we had the Lovers here, okay? Not something we typically want to see, but I think it's just with the Aries, they're not at that stage of level of commitment, okay? So for the Virgos that are dealing with Aries, you're just moving from a friendship into a relationship. And so Aries is trying to figure out if they're ready for that level of commitment. And I can say majority of them are, you know, and so they're going to be willing to work on themselves to get to that point, to meet those boundaries, expectations, you know, and so this can flip back over, but we'll get more information on that, okay? So there's a couple things that, you know, we want to clarify, so let's go ahead and get some clarity on this situation, okay? Virgo for love, December 2020. Can you clarify, universe, some of these messages, since we're dealing with Capricorn and Aries here? What else can you tell us? Is Aries ready for this? Is Capricorn truly ready for this? And I feel like Capricorn is, you know, for those of you that are getting ready to move into engagement and to marriage, congratulations. It's coming, and it's beautiful, okay? And those individuals were worth waiting for. They really were. They were worth it, okay? Virgo, December 2020 for love. Can you clarify for Capricorn and Aries? Alright, so let's clarify for Capricorn first, since we have two separate things going on right now. So we'll do that first. Capricorn. Alright, so yes. Alright, so now some water is coming out here. So yeah, so for the individuals dealing with Capricorns, you know, they're clearing their way of seeing where they've been immature. You know, they're still trying to figure out with the Four of Cups, you know, this offer, and it's not so much of the offer, it's how to move to that next level. And so a lot of them are right now we're trying to figure out, and I feel like these are for the Virgos that are dealing with Capricorn, that are about to move into engagement. I don't want to spoil anything, but for those, they're trying to figure out how they're gonna do it, so give them time. All right. And so with the Eight of Wands here with Capricorn, you know, you're gonna get the message. You know, you're gonna get the offer, um, and that's very exciting. Okay, and right here you have the Four of Wands in the upright position. So it's getting ready to move to the next level. And again, for the Virgos dealing with Capricorns that are already engaged, you are about to move you know, into the final stages of marriage and planning. And so for that, congratulations. And here we also have the Six of Wands here, okay? So all of this was worth the effort, okay? And this is, you know, dealing, you know, with Aries. So you do have some fire here with the water, but this is more doing, having to deal with the Capricorn here, okay? But it was worth it. You know, all these things were worth it, okay? So let's see for Aries, okay? For the Virgos dealing with Aries, are these friendships going to move into a relationship? Let's see. Let's see if it's going to hit the next level. Wow, and all those shot everywhere. So something needs to be said here, and they will. Okay, so earlier when I did the oracle cards about power, metamorphosis, all those things, this is who it's in connection with. It's with the Aries, okay? And so Virgo, you're helping Aries see their true spectrum of what they need to see, okay? To see where they need to change some things about themselves so they can, you know, either be just a better person, be a better partner, or change things, some things that to make them healthier, you know. And again, it's just your expectation of what you expect in a relationship, because when you look at this Aries, you're seeing more of the future. Like, you're seeing that this potential Aries could be it for you. So this is definitely you feeling like this is more of a soulmate connection, and so you're wanting this Aries to make these changes so you can have that soulmate forever. And so that's exciting, okay? So for here we have the Strength card, okay? And this is the sign of Leo, okay? But this is power, true strength, okay? And so this is how you see this Aries. And this is how you've made this Aries see themselves for the first time, you know? And they're like, hey, I can make these changes, and it's worth it. You know, it's like I can see the beauty in myself. I can see all these things, you know. Again, with the Two of Wands, you know, in the, you know, reverse position though, you know, you're still waiting and they're still working on some things as well. You know, and again, I feel like it's just because the Aries has a little bit of maybe a self-image issue here. But with the Page of Swords here, you know, this is dealing with air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, okay? But I don't feel like that's so much a connection with them. You know, Aries is trying to figure out how to swing the sword. You know, how do they continue to better themselves, to see the beauty within themselves, so they can continue to be a better partner, so they can advance this friendship into a relationship and realize that they are worth loving. So that's what you're trying to show this Aries, that they are worth loving, okay? And with the Three of Pentacles, you know, Virgo, you're sitting here very patient, and you're just waiting. You know, you're just like, okay, I will continue to wait because you are worth waiting for, because you also have the Seven of Cups in the reverse position. You're like, I don't see any other option. You're it, Aries. Like, I see you. I want to move this from a friendship into a relationship because I can see engagement, and then I'm going to see the marriage part of it, okay? And so let's pull a couple more for Aries here. Aries with Virgo, and here you go. True manifestation. Okay, so you're going to manifest. You're going to keep helping this Aries just to see the beauty within themselves, to see the love in themselves, so you can continue to move it, so they can make that metamorphosis, okay, this power, this strong change, so you can continue to move down this path. This is a true soulmate connection with this Aries. So for the Virgos that are dealing with Aries, that are in a friendship right now, you're moving to a relationship that's going to continue to move up. For the Virgos dealing with Capricorn that are already in a relationship, I didn't want to spoil it, but moving into an engagement that's going to lead to marriage, okay? Keep allowing them to work on themselves. Virgo, you've been so patient. You've been so patient in letting them do what they need to do, because a lot of people, a lot of times, they don't allow that space. You know, they don't allow these boundaries to happen, or you know, they don't allow the patience to let people work on the expectations and the boundary that you set. And the fact that you've been willing to do that says so much about you. Virgo, this is just great. But that's all I have for you today. That's all I have. You know, Virgo, this is great news. This is the best reading I've had with good news. Because all my other videos were so intertwined and things that's being crazy. But for the Virgos that are having this opportunity, congratulations. I am so happy for you. Again, Virgo dealing with Capricorn, moving to engagement, to marriage, and for the Virgos dealing with Aries, moving from a friendship to a relationship that will eventually move to an engagement. Congratulations to all of you. I will see you all in January 2021. And just hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you would like to. There's also a place where you can donate if you would like to support my channel. But more so, just like and subscribe. Follow me on this page, and I look forward to seeing you all in January. And like I said, congratulations. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.